was born with legs. But I was born with a genetic disease that caused the muscles in my legs not to work. So at the age of 2, they removed at the knee in hopes that I could use artificial legs and get around that way. But unfortunately, that didn't work out. So at the age of 5, they removed just below my pelvis, which is basically what you see now. Now, after my surgeries, my family and I were told by the doctors that I would never sit up on myself, that I would never walk by myself, and that I probably wouldn't be a functioning member of society. At best, I would lead an inactive and uninspired life, and my family should get me involved in things like music, reading, and math right away. But my family and I refused to believe that. So we set out to prove them wrong, and that was one of the first goals I had as an individual, even before I really understood what that word meant, goals, was that my goal was to show people that I could be just like everybody else. When we first see each other, we see each other in the physical form, right? Hair color, skin color, eye color, all those sorts of things. But it's what we do after that that's important. So of course, I don't have any legs, and I'll tell you how I lost them, but I would rather be known for that my name is Spencer West. That I'm an author, I'm a motivational speaker, I'm a son, I'm a grandson, I'm a nephew, I'm a friend, I want to be a dad someday, I'm going to be an uncle soon. All of those things make up who I am. Just like all the things that each and every one of you care about make up who you are. We all have goals and dreams and aspirations. And those are the things that I think are important for us to be known for. Not that just we go to KV or that we live in the state of Pennsylvania or whatever that might be, but that there's all these other things that make up who we are as well. And so for me, that's really been the goal my entire life, is to get people to see past this and see what's in here, which is most important.
It was very motivational to see that people who have disabilities and who were told that they could never do something overcame everyone else and still completed their goals.
Once again, I wanted to say how much you inspire me, and I'm sure all the other children in this auditorium. And the fact of how many people dream to climb Mount Kilimanjaro, and you did it without your legs, which is just completely extraordinary, and it's amazing. And I just had another question to ask, and that was saying, what was the dream for you always to, when you first found out that you were going to lose your legs, was the dream to you always to make a difference and always to speak, or was it to sort of, I don't know how to explain it, sort of work with other people and tell them your story, or publicly and in front of large audiences speak to them about what you faced?
Yeah. So what's your name, buddy?
Jacob.
Jacob. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You're so very well spoken.
Thank you.
As a kid, no, my goal wasn't to necessarily make a difference. My goal was just to be a kid and just go to school and figure out what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. It wasn't until after graduating college and getting out into the real world, and then having to go all the way to Africa to realize that I could use my story to not only have a job, but also to give back at the same time, which is what I discovered that I was looking for, right? Once I graduated college and I had all those things, money and stuff, I thought, well, this isn't what I wanted. And that's when I realized what I did want was a job that paid well, because money, we have to have money in order to survive. But how do I have money and also give back? And so I can use my story to do the same thing. And so that's what the goal became at the end. That's when I realized that it wasn't about just having a high-paying job, but that it was about how do you also give back at the same time.
I thought he was really well spoken about his story, and I thought that it was really cool how it was only 2 things that really motivated him to start talking to people. Like the girl, I think that was the most fascinating to me. One question got him going around the country to start talking to people. I thought that was really cool.
But the moment that changed my entire life, when it would bring me to be in front of you here today, is when we arrived at the Free the Children schools, and only 200 kids came running out. They circled around me. They were laughing and giggling and pointing and talking a mile a minute in a language I had no idea what they were saying. They were eager to give me a tour of their school, and after they gave me a tour, we sat in the grass and asked me every question under the sun to get to know me. Where was I from? How did I get here? Where were my legs? Did I leave them in the United States? But at the end, after I'd answered all their questions, a young girl raised her hand. And she looked at me, and in Swahili she said, "Sakuja hiyo kitu. Ingafanyika wazungu pia." And translated into English, she said, "I didn't know that this sort of thing, meaning the loss of my legs, could happen to white people too." And that one phrase fundamentally changed the entire course of my life. That one phrase helped me recognize how I could use my story to not only inspire other people to look at challenges differently, but to get involved with something that they were passionate about. And on the flip side, I thought, well, maybe I could use this on behalf of Free the Children to make the world a little bit better of a place.
It doesn't matter who you are. You might be going through a tough time, but you can turn that around into something to give it back to the entire community.
Hand over hand and foot over foot, we walked together until we made it to the summit of Mount Kilimanjaro. And of course, we collapsed and we're a group of boys that cries, and that's okay. But we wanted to prove that if I could get to the top of the largest mountain in Africa, even though I was told I would never walk or be a functioning member of society, and raise over $500,000 for clean water, what more can we all do to not only achieve our goals, but make our local and global community a little bit better of a place?
People always think of KV Connects as bullying, but it's really not bullying. That's just maybe part of it. It's also helping your community, and that was his huge message, was just give back. And there's you can do so much, and that one person can help, and that's what we're doing. We're all gonna come together, and we're all supposed to come together, make this school a great place and a safe place for all the students.
One of the things that I was so impressed about your program is that you give the power to the students. So that's sort of our goal at Free the Children, is to empower students to make their community better. And I think that's what you guys do so well, is you get that group together, and you also provide a space for them. And I love the idea of a circle. We do circles all the time and everything because everybody's equal and everybody has the opportunity to share. So I think giving them the space to be able to have ownership over their community and making their community safe and inclusive is really cool. And then also gives them the power to then police each other on that as well, because they've come up with it themselves. The reason that I told you all of these things is that I had goals. I had things that I wanted to do to make the world a better place. And collectively, together, I've been able to achieve some of those and learn some pretty cool lessons along the way. I was told I would never walk or be a functioning member of society. But here I am, standing in front of you as living proof that if we work hard together, we can not only achieve our goals, but help each other achieve our goals and make our local and global community a little bit better of a place. It's not just, we have to start here at KV. A lot of those people you saw in that video started right where you are, in school, learning and wanting to figure out what to do with the rest of their lives. You guys can start right here today, in your groups, helping each other make the world and this community a little bit better of a place. So in the words of one of my favorite authors, Dr. Seuss, from the book, Oh, the Places You'll Go, he said, "Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting. So get on your way."